with you. Stay tuned and don't you go away.
Make that move now, this festive season, to your new home address at GHS Housing Estate. From now to 31st January 2023, we are offering you an amazing 5% buyer's discount on all purchases on our expandable 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom detached homes at Cochrane Villa, Pokwase, just 5 minutes drive from the interchange. The Mayflower and the new Hazel Courts at Kuntusi, 20 minutes drive from Achimatamo. Beautiful homes in a serene and gated community with flexible payment plans available. Call us now on 0544 347 980 or 0544 347 981. GHS Housing Estates. View it, love it, own it. Make that move now, this festive season, to your new home address at GHS Housing Estate. From now to 31st January 2023, we are offering you an amazing 5% buyer's discount on all purchases on our expandable 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom detached homes at Cochrane Villa, Pokwase, just 5 minutes drive from the interchange. The Mayflower and the new Hazel Courts at Kuntusi, 20 minutes drive from Achimatamo. Beautiful homes in a serene and gated community with flexible payment plans available. Call us now on 0544 347 980 or 0544 347 981. GHS Housing Estates. View it, love it, own it.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 6 minutes past the top of the hour at the time. So we've got about another 24 minutes to go through all the stories that is making the rounds this morning or this afternoon, whichever is applicable. But please do me a massive favor. I apologize for those of you who were on the YouTube. Well, the broadcast has restarted. Okay, so those of you who were on that platform, it will be buffering. But hey, be rest assured that we are back on. We are back on air. So just get yourself in there and just enjoy the rest of the show in the next 24 minutes whilst I bring you everything that you need to know. But let me announce the lines open so that if you want to hop in, you want to feel free, just hop in and let's take the journey. The journey not to the unknown, but the journey to the known. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay. All right then. Okay. Interesting. So yeah. Okay. So if you want to call into the program, it is 0208-133-2257 or 58. 0208-133-2257 or 58. Now, those of you in the US, Canada, and the Caribbean area, it is 001-718-303-2737. 001-718-303-2737. 37. Yes, those of you who want to text on WhatsApp us, it is 07539661744, 07539661744. Our Twitter handle is Starr Radio UK, and email address is info@starradiouk.com, info@starradiouk.com. All right then. So now let's crack on. You want to Skype at us, you can do so as well. Our Skype ID is Starr Radio UK 1, Starr Radio UK 1, and we will be there. So do so, and let us now move on to look at some of the other stories making the rounds this morning in other parts of Africa. As I was saying earlier on, pertaining to this journalist in Cameroon gathered on Monday in Yaoundé to pay respect and demand justice for the killing of their colleague Martinez Zogo, who was abducted last week and whose body was found this weekend near the capital. Now, gathered among candles, flowers, and banners demanding justice, friends and colleagues stood outside the radio station Amplitude FM, where Martinez Zogo worked. Now, journalist John Bruno Tani said during the event that he believed the killing was a message that was sent to all independent journalists and to all those who think that this country can function differently. Now he says that, Tani added, journalists must continue to do their job. We absolutely must not sit to fear so that we don't play into the hands of Martinez executioners and so that he didn't die for nothing. The mutilated body of Zogo was found on Sunday near Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon, 5 days after he was kidnapped. Now, Zogo hosted a popular daily show on Amplitude FM where, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists, he recently commented on alleged embezzlement in public sector procurement that benefited a prominent businessman. Zogo served a 2-month prison sentence for criminal defamation in 2020, the CPJ said. Well, a very sad way to go, but hey, whatever it is, stand up for the right. That's one of the things that I believe in and I do think about as well. It is all Starr Radio UK. This job is a dangerous one, but we decide that this is what we want to do and we get on with it. Okay, a final story from from this, and then we can move on to Ghana as well. The multiplication of weather disasters, which pushes millions of people onto the roads, is now one of the main causes of human trafficking, according to a UN report that was published on Tuesday. Also mentioning the risks posed by the war in Ukraine. And climate change increases vulnerability to trafficking. The study of the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, said. Now, based on data collection from 141 countries over the 2017 to 2020 period, an analysis of 800 court cases. Now, over time, entire regions will become uninhabitable, which disproportionately affects poor communities that live primarily on agriculture or fishing. They find themselves deprived of their livelihoods and forced to flee their communities, becoming easy prey for traffickers. Now, Fabrizio Sarrica, led author of the text, explained to the press ahead of publication. In 2021 alone, climate-related disasters caused the internal displacement of more than 23.7 million people, while many others had to move abroad. Now, the report cites devastating typhoons in Philippines, Bangladesh, which is particularly prone to cyclones and storms. In both countries, an increase in trafficking was noted, with, for example, the organization of large-scale recruitment campaigns to trap the poorest people in forced labor. Ghana, suffering from drought and floods, and the Caribbean region subject to hurricanes and rising sea levels, are also in the front line. Now, armed conflicts are another breeding ground for trafficking if Africa is by far the most affected continent. The UN body points to a potentially dangerous situation in Ukraine, while welcoming the measures taken by European Union countries to receive the and protect millions of refugees, it is a challenge to know how to manage the trafficking generated by war and instability, said Eli Charles, head of UNODC Human Trafficking and Migrant Smuggling section, who was interviewed yesterday. Now, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So, bringing you some more stories. Now, in Ghana today, Duncan Williams, Eastwood Anaba have called for the suspension of National Cathedral construction. Now, two members of Board of Trustees of the controversial National Cathedral project, Archbishop Duncan Williams and Reverend Eastwood Anaba, have called for the suspension of the project. According to the two clergymen, an independent audit of the expenditure on the National Cathedral project should be done to ensure transparency and accountability to Ghanaian people. Their call comes amid some controversies that have erupted in recent times with regards to National Cathedral project. The clergyman added that until the audit of the cathedral account is done, there should be a stop to the construction. In a memo sent to the Board of Trustees on Monday, January 23, and cited by some news networks, it said that in the spirit and cause of transparency and accountability to Ghanaian people, the current Board of Trustees of the National Cathedral shall appoint an independent, nationally recognized accounting firm to audit all public funds contributed to and spent by the National Cathedral. Auditors will also audit the overall cost of the project. This appointment of an auditor shall take place before the deferment of activities of the Board of Trustees, except from the memo said. That current activity advancing the construction of Ghana's National Cathedral shall be deferred until atmospheric in Ghana are improved and the audit of the cathedral account is done, except the memo added. So it's quite an interesting one. Would they hearken to it? I mean, there been this backward and forward movement of order. But President Nana Akufo-Addo on March 16 appointed a 16-member Board of Trustees to spearhead Ghana's National Cathedral. Now, at their inauguration at the Jubilee House, the President said 13-member Board Trustees will be in charge of the National Cathedral when it is completed. The members are Apostle Professor Opoku Onyina, former chairman of the Church of Pentecost, who is the chairperson, Archbishop Charles Gabriel Palmer Buckle, Metropolitan Catholic Archbishop Cape Coast, who is the vice chair, Most Reverend Bishop Justice Ofei Akrofi, Anglican Archbishop Emeritus, who is a member. Now, Right Reverend Professor Emmanuel Mate, former moderator of the Presbyterian Church, member. Now, Most Reverend T.K. Awotwe Pratt, presiding Bishop of the Methodist Church, who is a member. Now, Reverend Professor Sifas Omenyo, moderator of the Presbyterian Church, who is also a member. Now, Pastor Mensa Otabo, General Overseer of the International Central Gospel Church, is also a member. And Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, presiding Archbishop and General Overseer of the Action Chapel International, a member. Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi, who is also Executive Director, Salt and Light Ministries, member. Bishop Doug Hayward Mills, presiding Bishop, Lighthouse, member. Reverend Eastwood Anaba, founder and the president of Eastwood Anaba Ministries, member. Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng, founder of Power Chapel Worldwide, member, who is a member and secretary. And Reverend Dr. Frimpong Manso, General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, who is also a member there. At the National Cathedral Secretariat, there is an appointed executive director known as Dr. Paul Opoku Mensah, with two representatives of the United States. In August 2022, Bishop Doug Hayward Mills resigned as a member of the trustee, and that is what is happening there. Now, with anomalies and everything that is going on, do you agree with Archbishop Duncan Williams and Reverend Eastwood Anaba that it should be suspended and an inquiry set to come out with what exactly is happening, so that it will be, virtually from the word go, a very clean edifice to the glory of God? What do you reckon? Well, it is Star Radio UK. 70 minutes to the top of the hour at the time. The morning show, the program. I am Archie. Well, but Reverend Randolph Cranton has said that, well, no mortal can stop the cathedral. So are angels going to be building it or what? More going to be coming your way, not today, but I promise you tomorrow, God willing. Now, let's move on to other parts of the world as well, since we are pressed with time. Now, in another shooting in California, a mass shooting once again, 7 are dead. A suspect is held after farm workers are shot dead. It's one of the stories making the round. The attacks took place in the coastal city of Half Moon Bay. The victims were all Chinese American farm workers. So what exactly is going on? Is it that they want to, alienate or wipe them all from the surface of the earth? What do you think? Now, suspect Zio Chun-Li, 67, was arrested after driving to a police station. It comes as the state mourns the death of 11 at Monterey Park, about 6 hours southeast of Half Moon Bay. Now, during Lunar New Year celebration, and just over a week ago, 6 people, including a teenage mother and baby, were killed at a property in south of Los Angeles. It's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. Now, moving on, some other stories as well. Top Ukraine officials quit in corruption crackdown. Ooh. Well, several senior Ukrainian officials have resigned as President Volodymyr Zelensky begins a shakeup of personnel across his government. And I get worried about that. When events like that are taking place, because they are all supposed to be working in one accord. Looking, but the moment the front is seen to be a break in, there seems to be a break in the front, then at times we see that we're venturing towards defeat or not achieving the goal. Now, it says that their departures come as Ukraine launches a broad anti-corruption drive. Recently, authorities have seen bribery claims, reports of officials buying food at inflated prices, and one figure accused of living a lavish lifestyle. Now, senior aide Mikhailo Podolyak said Mr. Zelensky was responding to a key public demand that justice should apply to everyone. The president has already banned state officials from leaving the country unless unauthorized businesses. Now, the first to resign on Tuesday was Kyrilo Timoshenko, the president's deputy head of office, who oversaw regional policy and had earlier worked on Mr. Zelensky's election campaign. Now, after Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine last February, he became a frequent spokesperson for the government. He was implicated in scandals over his use of expensive cars, though he denies any wrongdoings. In a Telegram post, he thanked Mr. Zelensky for the opportunity to do good deeds every day and every minute. The deputy defense minister Itlav Shapovalov has also resigned following reports he oversaw the purchase of military food supplies at inflated prices from relatively unknown firm. The department called this as a technical mistake and claimed no money had changed hands. Well, in a time of war where everybody is tightening their belt, some people want to lose theirs and then hook in some more. Poland has asked Germany for permission to export tanks, as one of the stories making the rounds there. But freezing weather kills at least 124 Afghans. A relief operation are hampered by the Taliban. Okay, just bear with me. All right then. Now, freezing weather has killed at least 124 Afghans. Now, the story says there as well that the story says that at least 124 people died in freezing temperatures in Afghanistan in the past fortnight. Taliban officials have said about 70,000 livestock had also perished in what is the coldest winter in a decade. A state ministry for disaster management spokesperson said. Now, many aid agencies suspended operations in recent weeks after the Taliban banned Afghan women from working for non-governmental organizations. A Taliban minister said despite the deaths, the edict will not be changed. Acting Minister of Disaster Management Mullah Mohammed Abbas Akund said that many areas of Afghanistan are now completely cut off by snow. Military helicopters had been sent to rescue, but they couldn't land in the most mountainous regions. The acting minister said the forecast for the next 10 days indicated temperatures would warm, but he was still worried about the rising death toll of Afghan and livestock. Well. So coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Do they care about them? Some way, somehow. Okay. Now, in North Korea as well, temperatures has been plummeting, and temperatures are expected to dip below -30 in northern regions, some of the country's poorest areas as well. Another death toll going to be coming your way from there. But Finland has called for time out in heated NATO talks. Now, what are the talks? Well, a time out. A series of controversial protests in Sweden, including a burning of a Quran, have angered Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in recent days. As Turkey is already a member of NATO, it can block application to join. Mr. Havisto said the demonstration had clearly put brakes on the progress of the negotiation. Now, talks between the three countries have stalled over a number of issues and look to be on hold until after Turkey's election in mid-May. But Mr. Havisto insisted that the Nordic countries will join the bloc together and that he saw no need to rush negotiations. The diplomat's comments appear to roll back on an interview he gave to the Finnish broadcaster just hours earlier, in which he suggested his country should consider joining the military alliance without Sweden after Mr. Erdogan said his country will not back Sweden's bid. Now, Finland and Sweden launched their bid to join the NATO after Russia invaded Ukraine, fearing that their safety and ending a decade-long sense of non-alignment. The two have pledged to join simultaneously, but protests in Sweden are hampering progress there. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. 5 minutes to the top of the hour, 5 minutes to the end of the program. But stay tuned. Now let's come to the UK. Now, interestingly, the women who have paused, you know what I'm talking about, would have rejoiced about it, but the menopause leave trial has been rejected by government. Now, ministers have rejected a proposal from MPs to introduce menopause leave pilots in England, arguing it could be counterproductive. It also dismissed a recommendation to make menopause a protected characteristic under the Equality Act. My goodness, I bet if you're a woman listening to me, they'll be rejoicing, but hey, the men are thinking, nah. What have men also got? And the men will say, that's why we said that the men should be paid more. But what do you think? The government insisted it had an ambitious plan to improve health. In July 2022, the committee published a report which warned that impact of menopause was causing the UK economy to hemorrhage talent. Now, it said a lack of support was pushing women out of work and made 12 recommendations aimed at giving working women more rights. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. One final story, and then we bring the program to a close. Now, yesterday there was some information saying that if you didn't use your washing machine and your your oven between 17 to 18 hours or thereabout, you get some money. But I don't know what happened. Now, discount for household to use less electricity at peak times will be offered again later as part of a scheme to avoid blackouts. The national grid demand flexibility will be offered for a second time to eligible households between 16:30 and 18 hours GMT today. Those who have signed up gets discount on their bills if they do things like delaying using their oven. The scheme ran for the first time on Monday from 17 to 18 hours. Okay, now according to National Grid Electricity System Operator, more than 1 million households and businesses in England, Scotland and Wales have signed up to take part. The scheme, which is also available to homes with smart meters, was introduced last year and is scheduled to run until March. Now, Amanda Bora and her family were one of the households who took part on Monday. They chose to go on a bike ride to avoid using electricity at home. Now, she said the entire experience was great excuse to get out of an hour for an hour and get some exercise while saving energy and money. So if it happened that we were using other things, because I was looking at it that okay, this morning I wanted to check. But however, Susan Murray, on NHS administrator from Southampton, who took part in the scheme with Eon on Monday, was less enthusiastic. Now, Eon have told me that if I hit my target of 20% reduction, I could earn around 5p. So, what's the point? Share! I was checking the smart meter yesterday to see whether there have been any. Well, I thought we were going to get about some 20 quid straight on it. Then I'll say, yeah, next time I'll do it. But now I don't think it's worth it. Well. Listeners, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. But as I said, this afternoon exactly at 1:30, we are bringing you BB Clement on BB Means Business. And she is going to be having as a guest siblings who managed to set up a restaurant in a very challenging time. But if you want to be part of it, you want to know exactly what happened there, make sure your dials are still logged on Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We take this commercial breaks, and after that we bring the program to a close. So stay tuned, don't you go away. It's been me, Archie College, your one and only, and I say have a top of the day. Bye bye for now.
Make that move now, this festive season, to your new home address at GHS Housing Estates. From now to 31st January 2023, we are offering you an amazing 5% buyer's discount on all purchases on our expandable 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom detached homes at Cochrane Villa, Pokwase, just 5 minutes drive from the interchange. The Mayflower and the new Hazel Courts at Kuntusi, 20 minutes drive from Achimotamo. Beautiful homes in a serene and gated community with flexible payment plans available. Call us now on 0544 347 980 or 0544 347 981. GHS Housing Estates. View it, love it, own it.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Taller I become.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
The faster I will run.